Welcome back to the Self-Care CEO podcast, where we help ambitious women trade burnout for boundaries and hustle for healing. And today I am so excited to present to some and introduce to others Stacey Prezard of Color Me Therapy. Hi, Stacey.
Hey, Courtney.
Thank you for being with me today.
I'm super excited to be here.
First of all, how are you arriving today mentally and emotionally?
Oh, mentally, I am arriving. Let me see. Because, sometimes we could say, oh, I'm good. And, really be good. I would say I feel like today. I'm tired, as far as drained from the weekend and all the things, but I feel like I don't feel like I have a lot on my mind. I just feel like I'm here, I'm present, I'm here for it. Yeah, so that's how I feel.
Awesome. So let's start with your journey.
Okay.
What led you to the work you're doing now?
Ooh, okay. I'm going to give you the short but the long version.
Okay.
So I've always had a love for relationships. And so one of the things that I always wanted to do was to help people have healthy relationships. And I'm like, they need to just put God back in the center of it and all of the things, right? And so I started my journey as a psychology major in undergrad. And then from there, I went on to do my master's program. Well, I had some gap years in between that, but like I said, the short version. And then I found this program, Marriage and Family Therapy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is really, really awesome. It's right on brand of what I want to do. I help people always in their relationships anyway. And so I started a program. I think it was a 3-year program. And then from there, I went into the hospital system, and I was working with, in the male population, with schizophrenic, schizoaffective, bipolars, depressed, drug.
The SMI population.
Yes. You can think of it. I probably worked with it, probably seen it, and I worked specifically with the males. And then from there, I transferred over to almost like a leadership role, which actually landed me to be working in Ohio, where I was a director at a hospital.
Okay.
Was doing that for a year. And then from there, I was just like, you know what, you're helping people, but if anyone knows the hospital system, you can only help them for such a limited time. And so I wanted to do something different. And then I started my practice in the middle of COVID.
A lot of people started a lot in the middle of COVID. It pushed a lot of us out of our comfort zones.
Exactly. So I started that, and that's how I came to have my business as it is today.
Okay. So was there a turning point where you realized I need to do life or work differently?
Yes. To back it up a little bit, before I even moved to Ohio, I was on the verge of leaving my job anyway, because it was just kind of what am I doing? How am I really helping people here? Because like I said, if you know the hospital system, it's all about insurance space. And if your insurance doesn't cover you, then you're out the door.
Right.
And so for me, it was just okay, I had already signed a contract with this office space to basically have office to start seeing clients. Didn't know where to begin. I just knew I had to start.
Yeah.
And from there, I just knew that I needed something different. But again, it didn't happen that way. And when I finally got the opportunity to do it when I was in Ohio, it was when I felt like I didn't have a drive anymore. It was just it was a shift that was happening in me. And I know I needed to do something differently. I just didn't know what. And for me, it was just I'm tired. I'm tired of doing this, waking up in the morning and doing the same thing over and over. I need something different. Yeah.
I get what you're saying, because my introduction into mental health was working with the SMI population.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what I was getting into.
Right.
And I was working at a day treatment clinic.
Mm-hmm.
And we were rotating on-call screenings.
Mm-hmm.
On-call is not for the weak.
No.
Child, I said this ain't for me.
No.
And you want to make impact, and sometimes SMI population seems like it's a revolving door.
It is a revolving door. It is.
If they don't want to change in the system, really benefits off of people being ill and sick. The more sick you are, that's just how the system is created. So even though we want to see them healed and restored, the sicker they are,
the better
how they make money. Which is tail backwards to me.
And if they have good insurance, that's even better. Like, oh, they got approved for this many days,
right?
But they got well in 3, so we don't need to keep them. But we got to find something to keep them. But then that's another story.
That's another story for another day. So, how does your story intersect with self-care, boundaries, or faith?
Self-care, boundaries, or faith. How does it intersect? I think for me, I knew I needed to do something different in regards to how I was taking care of me, because again, like, I was working this job and I knew that it was like driving me down like this dissociation, right, of self, right? Like you're at work, you know that this is what you have to do, and they ain't really paying you. So let's be honest with that. And so here you are working this job, and you're going home and you're just dissociating, right? Like, and you're dissociating by going on, watching TV and just becoming a shell of a person, right? And so for me, it was an act of faith of really like doing something that I had no business doing. Like, I don't know. I mean, I've had like some type of training, because if anyone knows my story, I've always been a person, like, if I want to go do something, I'm going to go to do it. Like, I was a person who braided hair in high school so I can earn some money. I was a person who bought chips and sold them in school when you weren't supposed to. So any way that I can, like, make some money without having to rely on people, that's what I needed to do. And I guess for me, I always had that entrepreneur spirit, and it was just a matter of taking the leap of faith and just actually doing it. Not knowing where to, I had bills to pay, so not knowing where the clients was going to come from, but really understanding, like, I'm tired, and if I don't do something different, then it's going to affect relationships that I have with people, relationships that I have with myself. And I just need to do something different. Yeah.
So, how have you navigated mental wellness while building a mission-driven life?
That's hard. Let me be completely honest with you. That is hard. It's an intentional effort every day that you have to wake up in the morning and check in with Stacey. Check in with, okay, how are you feeling? What do you need today? What do you need to do? Like, because it's being an entrepreneur, being a CEO, right? The first thing that you're waking up and doing is, okay, how I'm gonna get some clients today. Okay, check my emails, check my phone log, check to see who do I have to see today. And then the first thing you're checking for is your business. So your business is being taken care of, right? But the person who's behind the business is not being taken care of. And so it's just this aspect of, like, constantly needing to remember me. Even if that means having slow moments in my business. And I'm realizing that now, right? Like, I'm realizing now in my business that, okay, right now you're going to have some slow periods, and it may be a little tight sometimes, and, with finances and paying certain things and stuff like that, but you have to, like, make a conscious decision, which one is more important. Do you have to take care of you so that when you do go back in, when it is a high season, you're all in, right? But if you're, like, dragging yourself even in those slow seasons and not taking it as God is saying, like, hey, I'm giving you this, I'm giving you this is my grace.
Slow your pace.
This is to slow your pace down. I know you're worried about XYZ and the third, but right now, really, what you need is to just slow down and take in the moment, take care of you, do things that gives you pleasure, do things that gives you joy outside of work. Yeah,
that's true. But to piggyback off your point, it is hard when you're the sole provider, because your business is your livelihood.
Exactly.
And if you're not working,
then you're not getting paid.
You can't get paid to live the life that you want to live.
Exactly.
So it is a little conundrum.
It is.
It's like, okay, I need to rest, but I need to make money so I can rest.
Yeah.
Or we feel that we have to hustle.
Yeah.
Our way through.
And honestly, hustling is not, and I'm learning a lot about femininity and stuff like that, right? So I talk a lot about that even in like my content, or even in my with my clients, right? We weren't meant to hustle.
Exactly.
Like that is, I don't even know where that came about. I don't even know where that started. It's hustle is a survival. It dare me to even say it's a defense mechanism. It is a trauma response, right?
No,
Just like being an independent woman is a trauma response. And of course, we're learning that more and more now. But back in the day, it's just like you got to do what you got to do to get what you got to get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you're not realizing doing those things is really putting you in a space of like not taking care of you.
Hey, CEO, quick pause. If you've been nodding along with today's episode, I want to make sure you know about the free and paid resources I've created to help you go even deeper. Whether you need help setting boundaries, managing burnout, or just taking care of you while building your brand, I've got something for you. Just go to the links in our show notes area or on our description page to check out all the journals, card decks, downloads, and digital tools designed for women like us. Because this isn't just a podcast, this is your healing toolkit. Now let's get back to the episode.
But we tell ourselves that we take care of ourselves by like, okay, well, I get my hair done or I get my nails done.
Yeah.
But baby, you should be doing that. That's maintenance.
Right.
Like, but how are you taking care of your soul? What is the things that are, that's bringing you joy and all this other stuff? And like rest is a big part of it. And if I'm not resting, I'm not being in my creative bag, my creative space to be able to show up for my business in the way that I need to, or even for my clients.
That's true.
Yeah.
I saw a quote somewhere that stated, "A rested mind is a creative mind."
Exactly. Exactly.
And that makes sense because like we charge our phones, it's not at its fullest capacity and effort if its full self isn't available to give it. And that's the same for us. And we're worth more value than the phone.
Exactly.
Take better care of.
Exactly.
Than ourselves.
Right. We be right here. Put it on the charge.
Right,
put on the charger.
I don't want it to run the juice, but he will.
Right. You know what I mean? Like we barely making it, and we out here like, let me get one more. Let me get one more. Like, I would love to have 5 to 6 clients. I lied. I don't. 5 to 6 clients will be great.
Yeah.
Financially. But honestly, my sweet spot is 4 clients a day. And I'm better as a person, and I'm better with my clients.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to, realize that so that you can show up better in the world. So, yeah. Rest is important. Rest is super, super, super important. I'm realizing that more and more every day.
It is. And realizing rest is nothing we're supposed to earn. It's a requirement.
Exactly.
In order for us to be our best self.
Exactly.
Now, with this 4 client, is that based on self-paid clients or insured clients? Because the math is going to math differently.
It does. It does math differently. It does. And, I'm not going to even tell you how many days I work a week.
The audience wants to know how many days.
Okay, well, let me tell you guys. I used to work Monday through Thursday.
Okay.
And then I had like a good colleague friend of mine who told me about taking Mondays off, taking Fridays off. And I was just like, I didn't say I could do it. But, most holidays fall on Monday and I want to be off on holidays. You know what I mean? And so I had this grand idea to work Tuesdays to Thursday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But at the time I was seeing 5 to 6 clients a day, but I was tired.
Yeah. Wearing yourself thin.
Wearing myself thin. I'm not my best self at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not my best self at 5.
Yeah.
And so I started to see clients at 11. And that way I could ease into my day and go to the gym. And I'm setting myself up like a soft girl.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, come back home, eat breakfast, take a shower, and then I'm ready to see you.
Yes.
But if I like wake up and I'm rushing into my day, I'm tired that I have to see you 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's be real. And then after that, so yeah, you are right. It does vary in price. It does. I'm going to call a spade a spade. But God provides.
Yeah, He does. And I think I'm learning that as I go too. to not try to be the savior of my life.
Yeah.
But allow God to be God.
Yeah.
Because if he brought us, because we're in the same
field,
if he brought us here, then he's more than able and capable to provide for us.
Yeah.
Without us going against his plan for us.
Exactly. Yeah. And I would just like to add to that too, like, don't get me wrong, like, when I was staying in Ohio, I was seeing more clients. God provided more clients, right? Because I was my only person. Like, I had a household, I had to take care of, I had bills, you know? But now that I'm here in Georgia, I have a lot more support now. And so my bills aren't as much. So really, I don't need to work as much.
I see.
I just need to manage what I'm bringing in a little bit better and not mismanage it in the way that I have in the past with the income that I had in the past.
Gotcha. That
right. So the thing is, like, see what you have, right, and don't live above your means. And I think sometimes that's where it becomes like, well, we gotta hustle because we gotta get this, we gotta get that. No, if you live in your means, actually, if you live below your means, you have more than enough. So you really don't need to hustle.
That's true.
You just need to live a simplistic life. And I live a really good life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 days for clients.
And I've recently, probably within this last month and a half, give or take, the transition part. But I've started taking Mondays as my mental health day.
Right.
So I can have a 4-day work week. And Fridays being a shorter day.
Yeah.
And not as long.
Yeah.
You know, as my Tuesday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Because I need to pace myself. I want to have the soft girl life as well.
Exactly.
Because it belongs to me.
Exactly. It is your God-given right. It is your birthright. Yes.
Period. Which takes me to my next question. Have you ever felt like your ambition was outrunning your capacity?
Yes. For sure. 1,000%. I don't even think I needed you to completely ask me the question for me to like answer it. Yes, 1,000%. Because I think too, you start to see a lot and you feel like this is what you need to be doing. This is what you need to be doing. And honestly, like, there are a lot of great ideas that I don't need to do.
Yeah.
And we can, for the sake of wanting to make more money for whatever reason, if we really sit back and ask ourselves, why do we need this? Why do we need, you know, this amount of money? What is it going to be used for? Like, this, you know, we're put on this world, we're put on this earth to serve. And if we're only serving ourselves, what do we need? What do we need that for? You know what I mean? So it was a tough lesson for me to learn that I don't need all the things that I need at this very moment. Not to say that I don't still desire it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I just like to live a simple life. No, I like the lavishness. I like the bouginess of life, you know? But at the end of the day, like, you have to, like, your ambition cannot outrun your capacity. And right now in this season, I don't have the capacity because I've been running on E for such a long time. And this is my season to sit my butt down and rest.
Probably fumes, not even E, but fumes. I know.
Barely.
When I see you, I see me.
Like, barely. I'm just out here like, how's your day? I'm doing good. I ain't got no mic. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just kind of like, when you ask the question about faith, that's how faith works in this, right? It's just realizing, okay, God, right now, 5 to 6 clients is going to give me the life that I want. But 4 clients is all that I have to give right now. Like, fill in the gap for the rest.
Yeah. Have you seen him doing it as a result?
It's a learning curve. maybe he's doing it. He's not doing it quick enough, or maybe he's like, you know. Sometimes we put ourselves in positions that, you know, he didn't put us there. We put ourselves there, and so we're suffering the consequence of our decisions, right? And so I'm not saying that I'm suffering. I'm saying that there are lessons that are being learned now in the process that sometimes you stay in places that for a little longer than you would want to stay in there. So, you know, I'm making do. It's going the way it need to go.
So, how do you define rest now versus earlier in your journey?
I think it would be more so like presence. I think if you would have asked me what rest was in the past, like, oh, go to sleep, right? I think that's a part of it, but a lot of it has to do with almost like unplugging, right? Almost like unplugging from the world. Mm-hmm. Like I can be off of work, but I'm very on work at the same time. And how does that look like for me? That might look like me going on Instagram, me going on Canva to create more things for my business. So I'm not necessarily seeing clients. And, you know, I think we are all guilty of this as entrepreneurs, that we don't turn off because of, like what you said, like we are a livelihood sort of thing. But it's important for us to rest. So I can't be in a mode of like creating all the time or feeling like I need to be on Instagram or TikTok and seeing how I can promote this or post content and stuff. So rest for me means like unplugging, stepping away, shutting down, detaching for periods at a time. So if that means like 9 o'clock is my hard stop, then 9 o'clock is my hard stop. For me, that means taking the TV out of my room. Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I took it out. That means taking off right now. Instagram, TikTok, all those social media platforms are off of my phone. And now I look at my phone every 2.5 seconds. And I don't have nothing to go on.
Yeah.
And it's just like
that temptation is not there anymore.
Exactly. And so rest is detaching. And in this season that I'm in right now, it's me resting, but that's also me unplugging so I can get more clarity and more clarity from God as to what's my next direction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. What signs of burnout do you personally watch out for?
Short temper. Messy rooms, messy cars, wanting to kind of isolate a little bit. It's two of this for me. I might want to isolate, or I might want to like do everything, right? Like go all the places because I'm just trying to find like some type of like relief sort of thing. And I might be doing that at my own expense. So I'm overcommitting or something like that. But definitely for me, it's the short temper, and I can't do you right now. Like it's just constantly like I don't want to irritated all the time. And yeah, so that is one of the ones that I have to watch out for.
Yeah. So with that, was there a time when you struggled to set boundaries? Because a lot of things that I've learned and being in this instance or this element is that the irritability comes from not establishing boundaries with people and hoping that they understand what we need when we never communicated it to begin with.
Boundaries is a big part for me. And I'm coming from a West Indian family where there is no boundaries to some degree. Like folks is just not understanding that, hey, I don't capacity. What does that even mean? Right. Like, I need you to do this for me.
Did you hear what I said?
Like, all right, capacity. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't get that. So, boundaries is a big part. Like, sometimes I would just overextend myself. Like, I would overcommit, and I still struggle with that even to this day. Like, even to this very moment, like because I know I'm going to be in an area, I'm going to try to jam pack everybody into because I'm wanting to meet everyone's desire or meet everyone's, I guess, expectation of me. Not that they asked it of me, but because I'm thinking that I should be doing these things. So boundary has played a major role in me being burnout. Even like to the point like taking clients after a certain hour, or knowing that my self-pay rate is this, and then a client is not able to pay in. So you're just kind of like taking it, but then you're doing 10 times more to work. Yeah. You know what I mean? For this client. So sometimes my boundaries can be a little rigid, but it's for a reason. Yeah. Right? It's for a reason to help protect me at the end of the day. But yeah, so boundaries play a major role in how I come up as burnout.
How do you feel like you grew through that process of establishing those boundaries with your family or with clients and even your business?
I think that's it's still in process of growing. Because you you're talking about something that has been your default in being this person for everyone, and now you're having to settle with the disappointment that you feel that you're not able to be this person or for whatever capacity or reason. And so I think for me, it's being okay with disappointing people, even if that is clients, even if it is family. Like, hey, a client may want to see me at 6:00. I don't see people at 6:00. Let's schedule for the next day. Or if someone wants to see me at 10:00 in the morning and they were scheduled, but I know if I do that, that means it's throwing out my whole morning routine and I'm not going to be there for you. So, yeah, it's a growing lesson. Like, I got to disappoint you, but they'll be all right, though.
They will.
They will be. They might not like it, but they will be. And all is well.
So what boundary do you think changed your life or business?
That's a good question. What boundaries do I believe changed my life or business?
Or just one. What's one boundary that you feel has changed your life or business thus far, just based on where you are in your journey, because it's still an ongoing journey.
Yeah.
Just up until this point, if you can think of like, okay, when I did this or implemented this, then I saw a difference, whether in myself or even in how clients or family responded to me.
I would say respecting my time.
Okay.
Right? Like, understanding that my time is my time. And so if a client comes in late into a session, and they still want to come in for the session, and letting them know, like, hey, I don't care if I don't have nobody after there. Like, hey, I understand that you still want to have this session, but we still only have 30 minutes left of this session. So understanding those things, because it makes me better as a person to know that, hey, when I get off, then I can dedicate fully to this. But if I see you over that time, it throws me off and it's not helpful. Or even like with, friends, or family, like, hey, I can't do that. Maybe I can do it at a different time, but right now I can't do it. Or even if I committed to it in the beginning and realizing, checking in with myself, like, I really don't have the capacity for it. Like, hey, I know I committed to this and I know that I said, okay, well, let's work on a different time. Or one thing I've also said, it's still around the time concept, learning to say, hey, let me get back to you on that when someone requests something from me. Instead of saying, yeah, I can do it. But then I told someone yes 2 minutes ago about the same time that you want me to do something. So, like, learning to just not overspeak and pulling back and saying, like, hey, because I want people to respect my time, but I got to respect my time.
Exactly. And then that impacts your reliability.
Yeah.
Because when you overcommit and underdeliver, you tend to put yourself in positions to where you do overextend yourself by saying yes, yes, yes. And that allows us to be more accountable to the time and to ourselves by slowing down and not making other people's urgency our emergency.
You say that again. Say that again. People be like, want you to, and it's just kind of like, well, no, I got to assess everything. Like, I don't know if I can just pick up and go. And then when you picking up, it's like, okay, I always say this is my rule of thumb or something, with everything now moving forward. Like, if I'm late to something, I'm like, well, it's for a reason. I don't know what am I avoiding? What is God helping me to avoid? Yeah. And you don't know. And I kid you not, every time that I'm rushing to something, that person or that thing that I'm going to is delayed, or something happened. I'm like, oh, I'm running behind. It's just like, okay, God, that was you. That was you, like, giving me a little bit more time, and I'm sitting here trying to rush. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, just understanding that, respect your time. One, be sensitive to what's happening in that moment. Like, so if something is happening, just not make it at the end of the world sort of thing, but just kind of like okay, well, this is happening right now. Let me get this my focus.
Yeah.
I know I need to do this, but this needs my attention right now. And until I can figure this out, then I can figure this out. So just doing those little things has been helping me. I'm not perfect in it, but it has definitely helped me along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How has your faith played a role in your healing or resilience?
Yeah, I did tell you that I'm growing, right?
You did. You did.
So I think for me, more so now than it was before, faith has been one of those things that God has been, it's a muscle that He's been strengthening.
Yeah.
Faith and trust, which works hand in hand.
Yeah.
And so for me, it is, it has been it's been a very large learning curve for me. I've been a Christian all my life, been in church, every day. And faith is one of those things that has been a difficult thing for me to navigate around, because it's just like, you want me to believe that you're going to show up for me. And I spent my whole life showing up for me in the way that I felt like I needed to show up. And now you're putting me in a season where you're telling me, one, to rest. And then two, to trust you and have faith that you will provide. And that shows up even like in my returning in my tithing offering, right? It's like, well, God,
you say it.
You say it, but I don't see it yet. And I got some big plans. And clearly, if I give you this, this will set me. But if I hold on to it, I can do some things with it. And I'm learning to just, that verse that says, I think it's Mark 11:24, where he says, when that father went to God, to Jesus, and he said, I believe, but help my unbelief.
Yeah.
Now, if I said the wrong scripture, don't quote me now.
Right.
But it's in that Mark.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It was just like, I believe, but help my unbelief.
Yeah, for sure.
And I quote that a lot because I'm just like, God, I believe, but there's a lot of doubt that creeps around. There's a lot of messages that tells me otherwise, to not believe in this capacity. And I really, truly want to believe. So faith has been a trying thing for me. I'm actually on this 40-day of exercising of faith. Yeah. And I'm documenting it along the way. And just kind of like praying for something over and over and over again. And just knowing that He hears. It ain't easy, y'all. It's not easy. I don't care what anybody say. It's not easy, but it's so worth it, because doing it your own way, you're gonna be like going into that hustle mode
every time.
And you don't want to do that too. So you might as well just sit back and relax, and as bumpy as a ride. Yeah, like we go on roller coasters and be ready to be bumpy and all that stuff. But when it comes to this, it's just like, I don't like this bump. It's supposed to be smooth, God. I'm just like, well, the testing and trying of your faith is necessary.
It is.
It's literally necessary. So yeah, faith. It's learning. It's a learning curve.
It's a learning curve, which segues into my follow-up question. How do you think your relationship with God has shifted in this process for you as well?
It definitely has shifted in major ways, simply because I just think that I'm in a space of like letting go of a lot, right? Like I was just talking to a girlfriend of mine on my way here, and I was just like, look, heaven is too sweet for me to miss out on. And so if there is, I'm like, it's too sweet, and I ain't living this whole world and
missing out on the goal.
Right. Like, no. So if it's holding on to me, if it's called, there's a verse in the Bible that also says, like, if your left foot offends you or causes you to sin, cut it off. If your eyes causes you to sin, pluck it off. And I took that seriously, in the sense of, if anything is causing me to lose sight of why I'm doing this, lose sight of who I'm doing this for, that I just need to cut it off. It's not even necessary. And so God is like really shifting some things in me. Like people who have hurt me, who I've been offended by, I'm like, look, I'ma just
Just let it go.
I'm gonna just let it go.
Release it.
Yeah. One of my prayers is, Lord, make me into a soft woman. Right? And he had to have put that on my spirit. Because hello. and you know, you pray that in the sense of like, bring me my man so that he could be like, so I could be my soft girl era. But no, I actually asked God. I was just like, Lord, help me. And in my heart, and then I've been vocalizing more. I said, Lord, make me into a soft woman. And I realized being a soft woman means letting go. Because when you hold on, you become constipated emotionally and hard. And you know, when you're constipated, you can't go. You're hard.
You're hard. You're hard.
Uncomfortable. And you got to remember why you mad at this person, why you not talking to this person, and why you doing this and you doing this because of this. And it's just kind of like, look, you offended me, but I've offended God so much more. And you know what? That don't mean that we're going to be friends, but you know what? Heaven got a place for you and me, and I want to make sure that I'm there. And if I got to do my part is to learn to forgive. I'm not saying it's overnight. Learn to let go. I'm saying like the things that I would want to do, there are things that I would love to do right now. And going back to your question, I don't have the capacity for it. My ambition would want to like keep on striving and doing the things, but right now my attention needs to be diverted somewhere else. And as frustrating as that is, it's probably preparing me for something else. So it's that trust, it's that faith that whatever I'm worried about, that he'll take care of it. And it's also that realizing that, you know, God is shifting some things in me. And the way that I've been doing things before, it was going well because of his mercy, right? But now he's like, you're a little bit mature now. I need to amp it up. And the things that I'm exactly. And so the things that you were okay with doing, and the things that I have allowed you and given you mercy to do, not in this next season. So that's where I'm at.
It's like a baby on milk. At some point you got to get the baby food and real food. We can't stay on milk forever.
Exactly.
And that's like the fine tuning of the faith.
Exactly.
What I say is like, okay, guys, like, okay, you passed the milk stage. It's gonna feel hard. It's gonna be tough,
right,
on your gums.
Exactly.
But you're gonna get used to it.
Exactly.
With repetition and consistency.
Exactly.
It's gonna become a little easier. Just get the reps in.
1,000%.
So, what lies did you have to unlearn to become who you are today?
Oh, that I am a product of I think the biggest one is who I have beside me defines me, right? Because, you know, I'm a single woman and I have never been married, don't have no kids. I'm in my late 30s, although I don't always admit to it. And sometimes you see people around you and you're just kind of like, well, I don't have nothing to show for it, right? And then
comparison.
Exactly. And you have a lot of people in this world who remind you of that. And so I had to like let go of like believing like my worth is tied up in who I have next to me.
That's good.
Yeah. And then also like, or my worth is tied up in how much money I have. Right? Because the world will tell you that you need to do all these things. Like, granted, I've been on solo trips across the country. Across, you know what I mean, into Europe, like I've checked things off of my list. None of those things brought me like satisfaction in life. I just checked them off because that's what people felt like. That's what people tell you that you need to do to like kind of show people that you're doing things, that you're out here in this world. Like, no. And so realizing, just finding purpose again, I had to in order to do that, I had to like let go of those big things. Don't get me wrong, I still want to be, if anyone sees this, I still want a man. Right. That's still a desire of mine.
Look, she still want to be kept.
Yeah, I still want to be kept. Yeah. But I had to let go of, and it's a work in progress. It's an everyday of taking up your cross. Right. And letting go of those things that continues to seep in doubt into you and make you not believe that you are worthy, that you are worth more than lilies and rubies. Like you are, you know what I mean? So I had to let go of what those things were. Those lies of, you know, I'm not good enough, or people, who's going to listen to me? Right? Being a marriage and family therapist, and being single, who's going to listen to me?
Yeah.
Right. And I was asked that question yesterday. Like, do you ever get people to ask you, like, you know, well, how are you going to help us and you're not married? And it's just like, you know, that's a valid question. And if, you know, Jesus was married, but he was able to help people in their distress. Right. And, you know, if someone don't want to see me, that's fine. But also realizing that doesn't take away my value.
Exactly.
Like, if you don't want
the value that you can still provide.
Exactly. Like, if you don't want to see me, in the beginning of my career, that was hard. Like, and you get defensive and you want to like protect yourself. It's just like, oh, that's fine. If you don't want to see me, that's completely fine. However, I still see clients, I still see couples, I still help them, and they've had success. So yeah, letting go of those lies that I'm not good enough, that are, you know, who's going to listen to me.
That's good.
Yeah.
How do you stay grounded in who you are and not just what you do?
Support. Having people around you, having the right people around you, knowing how to silence what isn't helping you. If it just doesn't help, it just doesn't help. And cutting it off.
Yeah.
Like, don't even give it any time. Like, be ruthless in that. Like, cut off whatever doesn't help you to elevate. Because it's not, one bad like comment can alter you.
It sure can.
Like, you can have so many people who tell you all these great things, but you're gonna notice is that one bad comment.
Yeah.
Right? That one bad comment. And so sometimes you have to, like, what grounds me is like be talking to people when I work up enough courage to, and just being able to be around like positive people who is pouring life into you when you don't have it. And then also too, like, you know, instead of scrolling, go ahead and pick up, I've done this recently, like picking up the Bible and letting it read to me.
Yeah.
And this is not me trying to be over spiritual when, like, I'm not. But realizing that God is shifting some things in me and putting a different taste in my mouth for certain things. Like certain things that I would like have a taste for, I don't as much, because just kind of like, okay, you're refining me. And my taste palette, my palette is being refined, and I don't want what I used to want anymore. I want something different. And until I can find it, I'm still in search of it.
Yeah.
And so reading the Bible has been good and just kind of like helping me to like learn lessons. And even don't get it twisted. Now, some of my clients are a little spiritual, but they don't know I'll be giving them examples for the Bible.
They don't realize it, do they?
They don't realize it. I'll be giving them straight Bible lessons without the character names. I'm like, this is what it is, you know. So
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
just slipping it in there.
Like just slipping it in, like, so, you know, there was a story that happened, and I think the name, you don't even remember what the name was. You know what I mean? So yeah, like God is like really working on. He's really working on you, girl. And I'm really, you know, I don't know what she is going to look like at the end of this. I don't know. That's like the exciting part.
And
the
scary part.
But also the scary part, because it's just like, what else am I going to have to let go?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, God. I don't know. So, yeah.
It's definitely a shift in thinking, because the fear, I believe, is a part of us. We don't believe that God will come through.
Yeah.
And if he will come through, will he do it in time?
That part.
The time that we placed
that part
on it. You know, that's, you know, our desire to hold on. It's like, well, God, if I let go, then what? Now what? Who am I without control?
Exactly. And, you know, interesting enough, I saw some of that come up. Control is my big thing. So if you don't have trust, then you got control issues.
Yeah.
You might not want to believe it, but you do.
But you do.
You do. And I had a situation. I was driving. One of my guy friends was driving us around the other day, and I was being that passenger seat driver. I'm like, oh, you missed her. This is that, and he was just like, okay, Stacey, I'm about to put you in the back seat. And I was just like, what? I'm helping you. He was like, yeah, you're helping me see something that I already saw. And, I had to realize, oh, shoot, that's me trying to control. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of like, man, it shows up in every instance. And it's just like, why? Right? Why do you need to control? Or what are you trying to protect? Or are you so used to being in the driver's seat that you don't know what it looks like? So that's why you in this season of rest.
Yeah.
Sit your butt down.
Sit down somewhere.
Sit down somewhere and let God be God.
Exactly.
Let him be God.
Just
but
let him do him.
Like, but God, you take it a little too long. Okay, I'm gonna let you be God. Let me just sit down and be uncomfortable. Let me find something to do.
Right.
Let me find something else to do instead of me having to keep checking. Where you at? Where you coming? You doing this? Okay, I'm about to go. No, sit down. I ain't tell you to go yet. Yeah.
Now we're coming to my favorite section of the interview. This is the rapid fire questions.
Okay.
So you have to say the first thing that comes to mind.
Oh, okay.
When I ask this question.
All right.
I ask these questions.
All right.
What's a self-care ritual you swear by?
The first thing, facials.
Facials. Okay.
Home facials.
Home facials.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't gotta go to the people to be.
You can do it yourself. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with that. How often do you do your home facials?
I try to do I've been trying to do at least 2 times a week.
Okay.
So different, and you'd be surprised. I did a baking soda and olive oil facial. Left it on for 20 minutes. I've also done a aloe facial.
Okay.
Yes.
Were you buy the plant and stuff?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes, and put it on your face.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of benefits. I don't know off the top of my head, but it does. I've done benzoyl clay because your face is. I'm the face of my business. I need to look presentable.
You are.
Yeah. So
you are the brand.
I am the brand. so yeah. I facials. Okay. If you can't go and afford one, there are simple ingredients that you can use that you already have in your house, or it's going to cost you no less than $5.
Much less than a spa,
right? Much less.
Let's just say that.
Much less. Everybody needs a spa every now and then, but if you don't, you can do it yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So, what's a lie you no longer believe about success?
That I learned this yesterday, that you need to be doing everything for success. No, you just need to be consistent at one thing.
That's good.
And know your purpose behind it. Right? Success is not money, just money. We want it to be.
Because that's what society attributes it to.
Exactly.
And the narrative that it pushes.
Exactly. Success is not just attached to money. Don't get me wrong. I don't want anyone to walk away from this interview and don't think that I don't want to make money. I do. But success is not just money.
Yeah.
Just being in the business for as long as I have been is success. Being able to help the amount of people that I have helped is success.
It is.
So success is not always tied to money. And you don't have to do everything in order to achieve success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's a boundary you're currently working on?
Time. just respecting my time and FOMO. So that has to do with time. Like, I don't need to be everywhere. Like, I'm not missing out if I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite scripture or affirmation right now?
Favorite scripture
or affirmation?
Oh, that's I think the first one I want to go to. You said first one is I think that is Mark 11:24.
Okay.
Or Mark 6:24. One of the two. I believe.
Read your Bible.
Just read your Bible. If you read the Bible, you will be able to tell.
Right.
But it is I believe will help my unbelief. I think that that's going to be hands down something that's going. It kind of works like an affirmation too. I believe.
Yeah,
but help my unbelief. You know what I mean? And so for me, I think that is going to be something that is going to be on replay for some time.
Okay, yeah. I like that. And last one word to describe the season you're in.
Rest.
All right.
Rest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rest. Yeah.
So, is there a final word of encouragement you like to leave with our listeners?
I would definitely tell anyone who's listening is we learn in therapy school to trust the process. And I'm going to tell you to trust the process. The highs, the lows, the dips and turns and the tidal waves that come unexpectedly, that trust the process. And trusting the process isn't more so like, oh, I'm just sitting back and letting life hit me, but more so like trusting that there is a God who sits high in heaven who has not forgotten you. Mm-hmm. And he is right there with you. Like it feels far. He feels far, but he really is right there with you. And sometimes you'll forget. Mm-hmm. And when you come to yourself, you'll remember. And that is all a part of the process. The frustrations, the forgetfulness, the hypeness that you have on some occasions, and then the low parts. Like, trust the process and know that, you don't have to do everything. You don't have to be independent with God. Hello? Because he told you to be dependent on him.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what he said. You don't have to be like, I'm going to do it, God. I got it, God. We going to, no, you honestly do not have to be an independent woman with God. You can definitely be dependent on him. Yeah, I'm going to just end there.
Okay, that's good. Now, wrap us up with, where can people stay connected with Stacey Prezard of Color Me Therapy or learn more about your work, and tell us what you have going on? What are you working on?
Oh,
where can people follow you?
Okay.
What podcast, hint, do you have that they can subscribe to?
So
all the things.
So yes, I can do that. So where you can find me, I'm on Stacey Bessard. That's on Instagram at Stacey Bessard. So I have my therapy practice. It's called Color Me Therapy, LLC.com. You can go find that. And I also have my dating coach program. I just started my dating coach program.
Dating coach program?
Yes. It's probably going to be revamped to Irresistibly You, because you are irresistible and you attract the type of quality men that you desire. Mm-hmm. And so that is something that I am currently working on. You can learn more about it on my website, StaceyBessard.com, and that's STACEYB as in boy, ESSARD as in dog.com, and I'm pretty sure she'll have it in the notes. My dating coach program it's a pre-dating coach program, and it's a 3-month program where we focus on getting clear, finding where you're being stuck, which is much different from therapy. Therapy is like more so a general. Just think of going to the primary care physician. You're going there for your annual checkup, but if you go to a cardiologist, they're focusing specifically on the cardiac part of you. And so pre-dating coaching is specifically focusing on the dating portion and getting you unstuck and getting you to better dates within 3 months. And then I have my podcast. Yes. So you can hear more about what I do, how I do it, some of my stories. Mm-hmm. And that is on Apple and Spotify, and the name of the podcast is the Bougie Dating Coach Podcast. The Bougie Dating Coach. Yes. And it's BOUGIE, Bougie Dating Coach Podcast. So that's where you can find me. And that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Well, Stacey, I really appreciate you, and I thank you for joining me today in this interview. One more thing. Mm-hmm. Tell the people where you're located.
Oh, okay. So if you want to work with me in therapy, I am currently in Georgia, but I see clients in Ohio and in Florida. So I'm in those 3 states where I see clients. And if you want to work with me with a pre-dating coaching, then I can see you nationwide or all over the globe. So, yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, Stacey, for your
Thank
time.
you.
This has been a great interview.
Yes.
I loved it. And learning more about you and self-care and all the things.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, thank you for tuning in to the Self-Care CEO podcast and for listening to me and my guest, Stacey, today. See you all next time. Bye.